Hello everyone and welcome to my next session, Microsoft Sentinel in Unified Security Operation in Azure Back to School. I show you on this session real world security operation center scenario. In my agenda for this session, I will explain what is actually Unified Security Operation Center now, because Microsoft Sentinel in Microsoft Defender XDR pointer is generally available to the Microsoft Defender portal, including the customer without Microsoft Defender XDR or E5 licenses. It is interesting because it means that you can use Microsoft Sentinel in Defender portal even if you aren't using other Microsoft Defender services. And start from July, in the next year, Microsoft Sentinel will be supported in Microsoft Defender portal only, and remain customers using the Azure portal will be automatically redirected. And when I for example, using Microsoft Sentinel day-to-day operation, or Microsoft Sentinel in Azure portal, what is the recommendation? You can start planning your transition actually to Defender portal now to be assured some transition and take full advantage to actually unify security operation. Experience offer in Microsoft Defender portal. I will explain what is actually Microsoft Sentinel role in Unified Security Operation, how to integrate with the Defender Security Copilot, how I have to say, Trio Fantastico. What about with incident correlation across Sentinel Defender? Now, threat hunting with the basic threat hunting and threat hunting with the CUQL custom query language, CUQL query, and automatization with the logic apps with a lot of playbook in template, but you can create additional playbook for your work, and that is actually amazing. Also, we will discuss during this session about watch list, threat intelligence, analytic rule, data connectors. I will share knowledge about the MITRE attack mapping and the Unify incident investigation, how artificial intelligence help us in response with Copilot, but what is crucial, we can use automatic attack description. The prerequisite is definitely to have some device configuration in Microsoft Defender for endpoint, but onboarding device is in Defender portal is crucial. And SOC maturity model, Sentinel Content Hub with a lot of new data connector, and how we use this data connector in SOC optimization process. That is interesting. We can enable book security contents. We can collect data as a scale. We can use now Sentinel data lake with all capacity, and it is definitely now easy when I go in Defender XDR portal. Portal, I have banner for Sentinel data lake, and after that I can continue with set of Microsoft data lake. Now is preview, but that is very simple how we deal and work with this setup. I will explain a lot of other topic, and we can start with the Microsoft Sentinel in Defender XDR portal, but I will explain what is now the best we are introduced unified security operation experience in Microsoft Defender, bringing together the full stack of threat protection capability across Sentinel. CM solution, extended detection and response, that is XDR, extended security posture management, cloud security, a threat intelligence model, and of course, now we have security copilot in our security operation. Thousands of organizations around the world have already unified security experience and streamline analyst with many different workflow. And the most advanced and integrated CM experience in Sentinel now is full available with the Microsoft Defender portal as one experience. You can see now the basic four pillar when we're talking about collection, detection, investigate, and response in incident operation. How we collect data as a cloud scale across many users, many devices, many application and infrastructure, and detect threats. Our aim is to minimize false positive, and many playbooks help us in that way. How we investigate threat and with artificial intelligence enhance suspicious activity, how to investigate incident and response with the orchestration and automatization. The first task is definitely how we plan Microsoft Sentinel workspace. We can use the single tenant with the single Microsoft Sentinel workspace, or regional Microsoft Sentinel workspace, or multi-tenant with different region. One region, two region with your resource group, and more workspace for multi-tenant operation, or you can use single subscription with resource group. I can see now what actually I mentioned, and we can use this when I click to Microsoft Sentinel, I have log analytic. And you can see now actually a log analytic workspace what I previously created. Uh, uh, but when I go in log analytic workspace, that is actually predefined workspace for my uh, Microsoft Sentinel. Very important part is in setting usage and estimate cost. We can see now what is the data ingested in the table in the last 19 days with the all table. I can see also and set up here data intention. Now is setting is in the 19 days, but in the first 31 days retention is included with your pricing plan. Longer retention will not additional charge, but it is definitely retention. For example, for application insight is also data types default to 19 days data retention. But you can define this based of what is request for your organization, for your legal team, and etc. You can use daily cap. It is good for some proof of concept, but for your production, I avoid that in production. I'm used for some proof of concept for testing. I can limit control daily volume with the cap, for example, 5 or 10 gigabyte per days. I can show I'm definitely I can control my cost for applying the cap to amount of data. But it is very interesting. I like to work with workbooks for visualization, and you can see here my favorite books is workspace usage. When I click for time range, I can see in the last 7 days what is actually my table with the entries and the table size and size per entries, and I can choose, for example, the first table because I have the large injection of log. I can see in the row in the table above to see more details about entry and size and what is actually all table in the summary and all table. Uh, I definitely using this part. When I click on the table, I can definitely using when I passed previously, I can click on the three dot and manage table, and in the threat intel indicator for this table, I can set my data retention, analytic retention for the period what my data will be available in the real-time analytic queries, or total retention is up to 12 years. You can see now. Actually, that what is my data store in some analytic retention, and actually I can define my table plan for my analytic log, for my basic log, and that is in when I click here, you can see actually table plan with permission. I can see in this table and manage my all table. Also, I have option. I have option to set up actually archive log. It is very important. And also I can click on the data export rule and define some rule uh, for my work. When I click source, I can found my previously table, and when I click on this table, I can define my subscription with storage account. That is the next steps, and you can choose destination for your export storage account, or you have create dedicated event hub for your and after that I can create export rule. That is very easy how to understand for log analytic workspace. uh, Regarding the Sentinel, I mentioned now is actually full integrated in all process, in all action, uh, in day-to-day operation. For new customer, you can automatic onboarding and redirection to Microsoft Defender portal. That is important. And Microsoft Sentinel customers who are onboarding on the first workspace in their tenant to Microsoft Sentinel on after the 1st July 2020, this year actually. But you can use Unify Experience. New customer who have permission of subscription owner and user access administrator, you're also not Azure Lighthouse delegated user, have their workspace automatically onboarding to the Defender portal. How I can see that? I can go in subscription, and when I click on and open my subscription here, I can go in access control and and see actually what is currently my role. I'm in role assignment, of course. That is the second tab. And I can see for my account, I have owner role for my subscription. If you don't have any role, you can add role assignment here, and of course you can assign in privilege administrator role, owner role, contribution role. I can click members. I can select member here. For example, my account, I previously delegated this role, but never mind. In condition, I can select allow to user assigned all role, highly privileged role, and after that assignment type. I can define eligible assignment member must activate to use this role for limited period of time. It is very important to use this role or just-in-time access, time bound for assignment duration, or you can configure privilege identity management policy for your work. When you use permanent assignment, can be create maximum duration of time bound assignment, and you can update PIM policy. And after that, I have option to review and assign this role in subscription. That is important. I'm using for my work Sentinel contribution role. You can see on this slide, and of course I can use single tenant with the single Microsoft Sentinel workspace, or I can use single tenant with the regional Microsoft Sentinel workspace, or multi-tenant for my operation when I have many region with the resters group workspace, and I can define the Sentinel in that way. It is a basic configuration, what I mentioned. Microsoft Sentinel contribution role, on you can delegate in your SOC team, for example, other role, reader, responder, automatic contribution for your playbook, or I can use that is pre-built role, airbag role, but you can use, for example, with Azure role and Azure monitoring log analytic role, owner, contributor, reader. That is privileged identity management role, but for your log analytic, you can use, of course, definitely log analytic contributor, reader, and additional role and permission when I deleted workbook, guest user assign incident, giving Microsoft Sentinel permission to run playbook and everything. That is very good. Regarding Sentinel settings, to configure log retention or to see a lot of pricing model, Sentinel environment settings are managed in two areas, in Sentinel or log analytic workspace where Microsoft Sentinel reside. And after that, I can continue with configuration Microsoft Sentinel. When I go here in subscription, but I can go now in Sentinel. When I click log analytic, and in settings, I have option to see what I mentioned. I can see what is data retained per solution in the last 1 month. What is my current data injection for this month, or per month. I can set in here pricing when I have my currently model is pay as you go with that is test tenant with $5 per gigabyte, with my E5 license. Defender is a low, and in total estimate cost is about $25. Never mind. But if I have data injection more and more, here you can see for 100 gigabyte per day, committing tier offers a flexible, predictable fee. For my work with 13% account over pay-as-you-go pricing, and you can see the Sentinel pricing model. When I go here in that model, I can transform that, and I can see all model with the pricing here, how exploring the pricing option with the Sentinel. And what is new now is data lake injection with the price and method types, lake storage, lake query, advanced data insight, SKU solution for SAP application, and many others. It is important. Commitment here offer predictable cost, saving about 15 2% over pay-as-you-go rates. It is amazing, and you can define here your region where you what is for you suitable. Maybe Sweden Central, and I have all statistic about and you can use Azure pricing calculator for many action, and starting with Azure. When I go in Sentinel here, Microsoft Sentinel, I can add for what is estimate and view, and you can see now what is the price per region, how many log is ingested. That is actually into analytic tier or data lake tier. You can choose event per seconds, or you can choose daily logs injection, analytic data lake tier, and based of this prerequisite, you can setting your pricing tier model and design to optimize your security coverage and cost. Of course, with the point of retention, with the point of support, and everything. That is how we understand this process and work with this. And finally, we can configure different type of logs. Analytic logs, it is definitely support in many of operation, but you can use actually analytical log by default. All table and workplace is actually available in analytic log. That is available for all feature. For log analytic workspace, and currently we have other service that use log analytic workspace. Basic log, you can configure certain table in basic log to reduce the cost of storing high volume verbose log. You can use for debugging, troubleshooting, and audit, but not for analytic and other. That is very important. And archive. Archiving lets you keep order, let use data in your workspace at reduced cost. Each workspace has default retention policy. You can set different retention policy in an individual table, what I explained previously. And during the interactive retention period, data is available for monitoring, troubleshooting, and analytics. And when you no longer use the logs, you can use archive the logs, the save cost, and it is advantageous. And to access archive data, you must first retrieve data from the analytic log table using or search job. You can use different option for a store and everything in that way. How we connect Microsoft service in Microsoft Sentinel? Uh, you can use many connector for Content Hub, Office 365 connector for configuration, to send in Exchange, SharePoint, and Teams, Enter ID for integration, Enter ID, and Sentinel with signing logs and audit logs, Microsoft Enter Protection, Azure Activity, subscription log, subscription level events, what is occurs definitely in Microsoft Azure. But when I go now, here I can use data connector fully integrated, and I can see what is installed here. For example, Azure Activity. When I open connector page, I can see explanation about Azure Activity Road, what is proposed, how we use. What is prerequisite for integration? Yeah, I can launch uh, actually wizard with the basic tab, parameter type tab, and I can define my log analytic, primary log analytic workspace for my subscription level, and select my workspace in log analytic. Remediation, I can create manage identity or type of system, or user assign manage identity, system assign manage identities by default, non-compliance many message, and after that I can create in basic configuration. I can define scope of my this is actually my subscription. Do you have any exclusion? Do you have you can configure Azure Activity Row to stream specific log analytic workspace. What is important in this case? You can also must define for Azure Activity Log. When I go here in a subscription level, uh, I can use also activity log here for my job, and expert activity log. Expert activity log, and based on your subscription, you can configure diagnostic settings. I can edit settings in order to show you. That is list of category on platform logs and metric you can want to collect from the subscription, and one or more destination would like to stream by category: security, service halt, alert, recommendation, policy, auto scale. And I can define destination, send you to log analytic workspace or my storage account, even hub. Partner solution, you can set all activity here. That is prerequisite, and when you establish two of this part regarding Azure Activity Connector, it will be definitely works in our case. But you can use, I mentioned, different data connector. For example, XDR. When I open connector page, I can also setting standard configuration to connecting incident and alert, or I can use Microsoft Connect Events, Defender for Endpoint, Office 365. That is also raw log. That is billable, and you can also here configuration user behavior analytics with Active Directory, Microsoft Enter ID. I can apply here for my audit log, Azure Activity, and etc. Here, it is definitely you must definitely. I previously configured on my tenant, but only global. On security administrator, you can set in Enter ID. Many other data connector here. You can see here status. You can see the data types. You can set Microsoft, non-Microsoft connector here in filter. Filter is very good for your work, and you can define what is actually in the data types in providers, and definitely Microsoft Threat Intelligence endpoint connector. When I settings, I have all Defender suite family connector settings here in data connector part. And you can see, of course, many others settings is from uh, Connect and Microsoft 365 connector, open connector page for Exchange, SharePoint, and Teams Connect for Enter ID connector, for audit log, non-interactive log, service principal, signing logs, and just apply. Click to apply change. A lot of other connector, but prerequisite required your user to be assigned to owner role to relevant subscription or subscription model. For Sentinel, the event include from the Azure Resource Manager operation data or Azure Activity Data Connector. Use Azure policy to apply Azure subscription model and pipeline. When I go here in Azure, I can click here the policy, and when I go in policy details, I can see what is plan for remediation, and I can resolve some remediation task. What is actually my policy for remediate? What I previously have task connector, and many others. But in summary, I don't have any limit of number of workspace you can onboard on Microsoft Defender portal. For example, in previously configuration, when I go in settings in Microsoft Sentinel, I actually have Log Analytic Connect in Sentinel, France Sentinel with my Microsoft subscription. Previously was when I click on Connect Workspace, I have only one workspace to be on board. Now limitation is not a problem. That is no longer any limit on to the number of workspace you can board in Defender portal, and limitations still apply to the number of workspace you can include in log analytic workspace, log analytic query, and the number of workspace you can or should include in scheduling analytic rule. But this approach, what I previously explained here in Microsoft Sentinel and Go in Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel in Azure portal we will retry in July the next year. It is generally available to Microsoft, including the customer without Defender XDR or E5 licenses. I previously mentioned that. When I click here in incident and I have some incident, you have option to continue investigating Azure portal, but you can click here. I previously assigned owner, assigned to me this incident with the status new, active, or closed, and medium severity, low, medium, and high. I can see entity here. I can see all entity, and when I click here, I can go in to see all entity, MAC address, IP address, Windows Server. I can view all my activity here detecting in tactic and that is potential brute force attack for credential access and many other solution, but everything I can resolve here also, or when I go back in incident, I can investigate here directly in Defender XDR. That is suitable for me. I can see all attack story about unusual number of fail signing attempts. For example, from this IP address, this is actually user who try with I can see or alerts or go hunt to see all activity here in trend hunting for my account. I can open advanced hunting capability, and to continue, I can create. It is automatically create query regarding my seed number, account name, what is and the last 100 take event when I click here in the last 30 days, for example, or I can result maybe is the period on the I can define here the custom time range for my interval here, maybe from July or specific data range. I can see result, and I can use this query for my context instance. But you can use schema here for your device event, for example, Defender vulnerability management, exposure management part, log analytic query, and Sentinel. When I go here to see some information, I can go in free dot and view reference and see preview data, and I can see the 5 last anomaly when I run query, for example, for the last 24 hours. When it's time generated, anomaly template ID, role name, description, tactic, technique, procedure, fully integrated with the MITRE attack. And of course, I can use a lot of other predefined for watch list, for Sentinel hold, Sentinel audit, security incident, for example. I can also view reference here to see my preview data and take the last security incident. 5, for example, with all information, account additional data about alerts, Work with the custom query language is amazing. I prepare a lot of predefined query for my suspicious activity. For example, AMCI bypass PowerShell script, how to detect brute force login attempt. When I click here and the run query, I can see, for example, result for my activity when I time generated for my account IP address, what is fail count here, and all information regarding the query history. I defined a time window for 30 days, and of course, I can define a lot of other signing logs with time generated with result types, successful login, and everything in my custom query. I previously defined this for suspicious activity and correlation with the incident regarding the Sentinel. Custom query language is well structured for detecting suspicious login behavior. Specifically, account that had multiple failed signing attempts followed the successful login from same IP address with 30 days windows. It is actually how we work. I can define filter fail logs. I can define threshold logic in my query. I can uh, use join operators with successful login project with the relevant fields, what is time generated, the user principal name, IP address, fail account, and etc. Uh, I'm projecting time generated, but ambitious, whether it's from the failed successful login, I can clarify renaming or selecting from the successful login site and define uh, uh, query in order. And that is actually result. I can define a group here from IP address, fail account, or I can define all query history here in advanced hunting part of Defender XDR. A lot of Sentinel predefined query for example, for suspicious SMB session. I'm use definitely in a day-to-day operation forum activity. How I detect why I use threat hunting in Microsoft Sentinel. For scalability, for flexibility, that is proactive process for searching for hidden threats or anomaly with the organization environment. And I can define, and I can start with a lot of different query for brute force login attempt. When I go, for example, and log in this query, in result, you can see all information regarding my account, user principal name, IP address, and fail count, because brute force attack involve repeat login attempts to guest credential. To detect this, I can look in multiple fail login following the successful login for the same IP address and time window, and you can see fail threshold in the same time range and minimum failed attempts. Uh, uh, the first part count if fail logins with result type here in 0 from the same user and IP address. The results show potential brute force success for investigation. Suspicious encoding PowerShell, it is very good for to present because with malicious activity, this query detect unusual PowerShell command. Uh, Definitely for execution in Windows event log, I can use different filters to process creation events involving PowerShell.exe, or I can exclude legitimate script to reduce noise, for example, output command for review, helping to identify malicious scripts and everything. I can define here the period of range when I have potential malicious scripts, and in result I have or not have, of course, some malicious activity on this context. But I can use threat hunted query to use machine learning, leverage Sentinel built in machine learning functionality like anomaly detection, like how to identify occurs, incorporate threat intelligence mechanism, visual results, chain behaviors, look for sequence of events, and etc. Detection rule also you can define here, and many others capability regarding advanced hunting is actually the best place is actually here. Regarding the host, Windows host use also you have three Windows security events connector option, but Windows security events with AMI connector, security events for your legacy agent connector, Azure Monitor agent is released in, and you can use in cloud security posture management Microsoft Defender for servers. Plan 2 security events with AMI connector. When I go here, again I can see this type of activity. It is a very good approach to see this connector. I'm installed this connector directly from Content Hub, and when I go here in data connector, you can see uh, Windows security via AMI. You can stream all security events in Windows machine connected in your Microsoft Sentinel workspace. When I open this page, I can see configuration, and you can see many custom detection rule for my action regarding my subscription resource group, resource, which type of resource I integrated. I integrated some virtual machine, you can see now, for my on-premise environment, or what is installed in Azure, and collect for all security events. And after that, I can define that is prerequisite to connect this type of connector with Windows security event via Azure Monitor agent, and give you more insight in your organization network, and improve definitely your security operation capability regarding this type of connector. And permission read and write to for your workspace. It is also, of course, prerequisite for your action, and many other action. You can define this what I previously explained. Threat detection, it is very important to understand the serious steps in trace of stage in cyber attacking with the different types of attack. When we have intrusion, we have a reconnaissance, for example, fileless attack or domain controller. From attacker perspective, try to impersonate with user enumeration, and try with some malicious PowerShell script on domain controller. We have after that privilege escalation. We have lateral movement, for example, to Exchange server. Try to impersonate some privilege account. After that, try to persistence of Active Directory, but with some obfuscation anti-forensic techniques, denial of service attack in combination with what I previously mentioned, and exfiltration, data exfiltration with ransomware activity is actually the final stage in many other attack. Analytics is a very important part, and you can use several functionality in analytic homepage. with a different type of. You can create analytic rule from analytic homepage, and we have a different analytic rule for anomaly, for fusion, for Microsoft security, machine learning behavior, scheduling alert, and many others. It is actually how we create analytic rule. Okay, I can go now to see capability regarding analytic rule. When I go here, I can click for analytic, and you can see now uh, uh, active rule. You can see now rule templates, different rule templates, what Microsoft offer us with different action, user aid to Microsoft Enter privilege groups, brute force attack against cloud PC. I can use some and create some dedicated rule in my analytic rule wizard and set Azure logic automatically. I have query for this topic because I'm using everything for my analytic rule for template, and when I test in current data, this give you chart show result from the last evaluation. And after that, I can define entity with account, IP address. I can define new entity. You can with the URL, with the file, with file hash, registry key, mailbox, and etc. And query scheduling here with alert threshold, event grouping, suppression, incident settings. What is alert grouping? What is actually automatic response? I can define many others. Here, I previously click on additional settings, and what is scope of MITRE tech framework, that is credential access regarding this, and of course with two entity, brute force and credential access. Of course, I can set rule logic regarding count IP address, incident settings enable, and after that I can set all prerequisite regarding because I add new identifier and automatic response. I can define new rule or use existing rule, and after that I can use validation and rule created in very easy way. It is automatically will be appear here in active rule. Uh, I can use a filter for status, enable, disable. I can use severity, low, medium, high, critical information regarding tactic, technique, sub-technique, procedure, rule templates, and anomaly activity. But I can create scheduling query rule. I can create native real-time rule for my query, and I can define some rule in this part regarding what is actually suitable for us. Uh, in analytic rule, I have a lot of example of this activity. I don't know, maybe it's a good suspicious REST deployment, for example. Suspicious, okay, and I can give more information about this. About that, I can identify it when the rate identify. I don't know when rate and resource group deployment. occurs. Deployment occurs by, I don't know, previously unseen caller, maybe. Okay, never mind. I can define severity for low. Metered, I take tactic and procedure. I can define also, for example, because that is suspicious activity, I can define some, for example, tactic and procedure regarding this. For example, for lateral movement, rule logic I define here for my entity mapping, custom details and alerts, and we can define also all of this topic here regarding analytic rule. Uh, when I create custom rule here, here for some impact and etc. I can define with some pretty analytic rule, scheduling rule, uh, also Microsoft incident creation rule. Never mind. It is a process how we understand and actually work with this type of um, creation of analytic rule and everything. I can define some specify custom query language regarding custom analytic rule. That is very important. Or you can use in rule template add filter, and for example, I can define uh, rule type, or for example, never mind, source name, and I can found Azure activity here, and find click template for suspicious resource deployment, what I previously tried to explain you. That is previously installed here, but I can uh, for this option create some rule logic uh, and everything for this type of rule: incident, automatic response, and review, create, actually finally validation and save this rule. Lot of other summary rule now is very good for our activity. Microsoft Sentinel summary rule you can use for the creation of many query execution that run in background. What we define security basic, extracting specific data and information for required for a large data set. It is very easy to manipulate for work. It is similar. I can define existing custom log table, or from new, define the name. I can set summary logic, and after that, I can use review and create option. But when I go in Defender, you can see Sentinel here for all configuration, threat management with very good overview for book for your visualization activity. I can add workbook here, and you can see now we'll come to my new workbook with all indicators and analytics, metrics, logs, all table. I can also use, I love to use predefined template, and I can use all template here for my visualization, or I previously create from Content Hub. I can love to use Microsoft Sentinel optimization workbooks. It is very good for your work. I can define here uh, my for example optimization resource, my workbooks, regarding my subscription workspace, what is my resource for specific time range, for example, for 19 days. I can select all other prerequisite, what is top injection, and setting actually my analytic workspace here, and what is actually after that my top injection, what is here, capability regarding you can see also here in workbooks in Microsoft Sentinel tabs, but you can work directly on portal. And regarding my log analytic, I can define here my subscription log analytic workspace with the time range, and it is amazing. You have actually many tabs for cost injection, optimization, operation, and effectivity management and acceleration, SOC optimization, data value, optimization details. And when I go with SOC optimization, it is very good and very. I love to use for many audit. Uh, that is tailor recommendation to reduce cost. Uh, Close data gaps. I don't know. Improve coverage. Straighten your security posture. Many other process and maximus ROI you can use many other topics regarding SOC optimization, data value optimization process. When I click for some specific, you can see all information, what is active, what is the coverage, and mark what is in progress or complete. It is very important, but you can go in Content Hub to see all information regarding this coverage improvement against business mail compromise, financial fraud, and how to install all prerequisite regarding connector, regarding analytic rule, what is installed, what is not installed, what is important regarding configuration. Maybe I have a connector for update or for some analytic rule for update, and it is very important. When I click on, for example, Okta single sign-on, I can install this type in 1 minute, just one click, and after that I can go in all details regarding customization and work with this data connector. But you can directly install. When I go in Microsoft Sentinel log analytic, I can click Content Hub here inside Content Management, and actually I love to use the filter option by category, provider, support by community, Microsoft or partner, or Content Hub action. What is actually content type, hunting query, playbook, watch list, workbook, never mind. And what is status, connector install or not install. I can check all of this and just click on install. I have connector for update. Just click action and update this connector. That is very easy to manipulate, uh, uh, but optimization recommendation is very important. How to optimize your cost regarding many use case. Just click in case optimization, and you can see what is complete, what is missed, or in overview you have all capability. What is aim? To optimize your cost securely, value SOC optimization surface hardly use data connector of tables. SOC optimization suggests me ways to either reduce or cost a table in order to improve value depending of my coverage. This type of optimization is actually data value optimization, but you can use threat-based recommendation. You can use a MITRE attack tagging recommendation, risk-based recommendation. Similar organization use ingest data from the various type of source used by an organization. We have similar ingestion trends and industry profile, and many others how to use and handle with this. What is data ingestion? What is your optimization data? Threat-based coverage optimization, optimization status, what is active, what is progress, what is completed, and you can enhance this process in very good way. Actually, that is regarding SOC optimization. Consolidate Microsoft Sentinel data connector references from the Content Hub, and I mentioned transition from Microsoft Sentinel environment to Defender portal, and many others um, solution. When I go in Defender XDR, keep in mind very important part is automatic attack disruption. But keep in mind also you can previously mass selected in endpoint. You can use device groups. Remediation level must be full remediation by category or device. It is previously onboarding. What you're onboarding with onboarding script, I can see in my device, machine, domain join or my workstation, my server, never mind. I can use onboarding script here in the settings, endpoints. When I click here onboarding, I can use in onboarding script, for example, 2025 server. I can use streamlined standard locker script for 10 device and just download onboarding package. And after that, you can open this package in your server, click to onboarding in PowerShell, and it is very easy, just one click, and automatically will be appeared in asset. But regarding incident responses, action and submission, I have in Action Center very important part history, and you can see automatic action. Something is file quarantine, disable, live response command. When I go in some specific investigation ID, I can go in result. That is remediated. I can see entity what is analyzes here. How many device, how many alerts. Okay, and evidence, of course, evidence regarding malicious is prevented. It is very important. That is some true and PowerShell encrypted script. I can analyze this in Defender Virus Total, actually in more details, or I can use file page additionally to actually analyze this malware type, analyze this incident alert, observe devices, observe in your organization with the file name. I can use deep analysis here from Microsoft Sentinel perspective, and actually in free dot I have stop and quarantine file. I can use manual action. I can go in threat hunting capability to see all results regarding, and I got automatically query for this type of incident, and I can just run query and see all information regarding regarding this incident for specific frame, and I can define everything for setting query. In setting query, maybe one day it is not good. maybe for the 19th day, it is old incident, and I can see now in result what is file name, what is device name, what is virtual machine, potential ransomware activity with PowerShell script. It is folder type for ransomware machine from my virtual machine. That was attack simulation. And I resolved this incident like attack simulation, but keep in mind all of this action work on work on virtual environment. Sandbox, please don't work on host environment. That is my intention, because you have potential negative effects of your work. Query history, what is the start and everything. That is with all other capability. Automatization is very important with automatic blade, analytic rule wizard, incident blade, with trigger, with condition, expiration date, order. You can define order which automatization rule with your playbooks. And actually, when I click for some specific action, now directly in Sentinel in configuration, you can see now automatization part, and I can see my automatic rule, signing from IP to attempt signing for disable account. I don't know, signing from IP to attempt signing with active playbook. Or playbook, I can use my playbook template for different action. I can create very easy, in very easy way, playbook regarding this template. When I click off my account, I can go in my logic apps and define and design in designer what is actually focus for my entity to get IP address. I can connect with my account, and I can run trigger in order to testing this policy. With all action, I can define everything in I can use Power Automate also, but Logic App Designer is very good for this type of action for your playbook. But you can use I mention different playbooks templates. Notify me about incident task, potential ransomware activity, block enter ID user in incident, block entity trigger, prompt user when block microstand ID user in alert, many others, incident assignment, send basic mail, Teams adapt card, incident creation, and many others. It is very good, very user-friendly approach for your automatization regarding playbooks. And more context is actually from Content Hub. You can filter for specific playbook, and you can find everything here for your action. This DNS essential for SOCs and handbooks is very good, very amazing. I'm using in day-to-day operation, and I can manage. When I manage SOC handbook, I can see what is the context, I work with a lot of workbook here, and analytic efficiency, anomaly data, everything for very good solution, because Sentinel provides collection of resources here in order to enable empower SOC analysts to get visibility, understand the point of time security posture for organization, and how to improve work for in a very efficient way the SOC team. Very short about Unify operation. Yes, we have proactive detection with prevent, block, detect, disruption, remediate option, SOC productivity up level to SOC to achieve more information, and in early stage, high confidence signal with deception techniques. automatically generate decoy and lures built in Microsoft Defender XDR, and actually Security Copilot help me in incident response, security reporting, and security posture management. Now we have maybe it's good for the next session. In Asia back to school, when we have more and more agentic AI to explain and show you many other agentic AI option in Security Copilot integrated with uh, fully integrated now, definitely in process of XDR. But creation is very easy. You can create Security Copilot in very easy way. Just type here for Security Copilot. Microsoft Security Copilot, for example, and I can define all prerequisites regarding this configuration, predefined group I love to use predefined group for Security Copilot, Security Copilot, RG, prompt evaluation from Europe, my location. But if it is busy, I can switch here. If it is busy, I can use also a different location, different capability regarding Security Copilot capability. Of course, I can use some capacity name, and security compute unit for incident investigation is always free unit per hours. Allow capacity, I can set maximum average, or I can choose limit capacity here. Average capacity setup is to allow unlimited or set maximum average capacity per hour. That is 3 hours, for example, 2 hours. It is very good to settings, just review and create. After that, I can go in Security Copilot in order to show you some example and how we integrate it in day-to-day operation with the process automatization. It is very important. And deploy. When I deploy, I can go automatically in resource, and after that go in my Security Copilot portal. I can switch directly from my actually portal, but I can use Copilot I can go in agent, and I can see all agent from my Security Copilot. It is very good to review agent, conditional access, phishing triage, DLP, threat intelligence briefing, access review. Agent, it is something new available also, but is very good for day-to-day work. But what is my idea? To define user monitoring, owner settings, plugin. What is my plugin here? I can see also agent. It will be settings and integrated in Microsoft 365 series. I can click on this part here, and I just click on my session, owner settings, previously defined session. Maybe I have in my collection a lot of previously defined session. The retention period is 19 days for all your session. After that, you can automatically Copilot delete your previously defined session. I don't know what is, but never mind. That is the alert for trigger. my action, and of course I have for example home. Here I can define some Chromebooks for specified action in order to prioritize threat, summarize user risk, or I can go in here in Chromebooks to see some suspicious script analysis, threat actor profile, vulnerability impact, or analyzes some incident management regarding some information about the incident. I can go in security Microsoft.com to found some specific ID for my incident investigation, Sentinel incident summary with the incident ID. Just click here, and when I go in incident alert, just demonstrate here for this session. For example, for 6.9, I can just click for 469 and open this in Copilot. When I open Copilot, it is summarized of incident, and after that, I very soon I can continue my investigation in Defender XDR. Okay, I don't have this type of incident in. Okay, but I can found. Okay, processing my request takes some time, but I can show some different type. 46.4, for example. Never mind. Not incident management summary for my incident. It is takes some time, but I can see all information regarding and prepare my response. I previously have some response regarding my session. I think for a specific incident here. But I can continue in correlation with the security copilot here and analyze this incident in real time using also Copilot. When I click here, it is automatically generate summary and it identify response action. You can see action, classify incident, isolate the device for your virtual machine, isolate many others. I can see all prompts and I can see incident summary. When I click on the three dot, I can generate it here. Incident report from Copilot and got in PDF, very good format and everything regarding my activity. It takes some time, but very good action regarding how many remediation action, what is classification, what is follow up, or you can export incident in PDF. It is very good option for summarization and see all information about specific incident in real time. That is all for my side from this session. But I just click here and you can see all of this section, what is actually Copilot generate about and help you in for your SOC team in day-to-day operation. Thank you for your time and see you on the next session on Azure Back to School. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.